Hi, what's up, guys? Uh, Thank you for stopping by. My name is Perio. This is my channel, of course, Perio333, and this is the second video of a series of 7: How to live a healthy lifestyle. Step number 2, the video: eliminating fat, sugar, and salt out of your diet. So, we all have like these relationships with the food that we eat. And because of that, whether it's individually, you could be a part of a certain community, or even culturally, we all have some sort of relationship with the food that we eat. So, out of the 7 steps, step 2, and they're not in any particular order, but step 2, because it deals with the food. My opinion, this is going to be the most difficult step. I mean, this is the toughest conversation to have. But anyway, because of the connection that we have with the food that we eat, we've probably been associated with the same foods 9 times out of 10. You've been associated with the same foods for most of your life, if not your entire life. You've probably been eating the same foods. Sometimes people even identify with, like, their identity is tied with the food. For example, your sometimes your grandmother, if she offer you some food and you don't take it, they get mad. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, they get offended. And that's because of this relationship that I'm talking about. And relationships in general are not easy. Any relationship, friendships, romantic relationships, working with coworkers, so professional relationships, and the relationship that we're talking about right now, the food. They're not easy. And when it's time to split, when it's time to separate, a lot of the times they become even more difficult, because that's a tough time when it's time to say goodbye, when it's time to break up, or when it's time to split up, or whatever. Every once in a while, you got that one that you're just like, you know what? But that's a different video. Certain foods, like, you smell it because you're connected with this food, so you smell it. For example, my favorite food might be pizza. So when I smell pizza, I'm ready to eat. I want this pizza. It makes me even more hungry because I smelt the pizza. Or when you go to the supermarket or the grocery store, and there's certain areas of the store that unconsciously you go to that you're not even aware of, because you're gonna get certain foods. It's just routine. You're gonna get these foods, and you're not even aware of it. Like, you unconsciously, you go to this area, you're gonna get this. You go to that area, you're gonna get that. And this is how tied we are to these foods. And when you're eating these foods, it's satisfying. It feels good. It feels good. So to think that you can just abandon the food that you've been eating for your entire life is, think about it, that's a tough thing. That's tough. That's like breaking up with your food. And it will be just as tough as a breakup with your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever. It'll be just as tough. It will be just as tough. Now, On the flip side, on the same on the other side of this coin, just like sometimes these relationships that you're in life with other people, they're not good for you. They're not good if they're bad for you. They don't help. They're you like them. You want to be in these relationships, but these relationships they're just not good for you. And it's the same thing with the food. The food, some of the food that we eat, and we eat it because we've been eating it for so long, it's not good for us. So, let's take a look at it real quick. Now, I this is a tough one. This is a tough one because it's difficult to get someone just to stop. But if you're looking at this video, you want to live a healthy lifestyle. So I got that going for me. But let's look at this. Let's say most of the foods that we eat are saturated in fat, sugar, and salt. Most of them. Whether it's fast food, casual dining, grocery stores, whatever. I mean, cereal, raisins, Lunchables for the kids, frozen food in the frozen section, canned veggies even. They put so much sodium on canned veggies, to create a longer shelf life that is no longer good for you. It's unbelievable. And then now your body needs sodium, not saturated amounts. It doesn't need a whole lot of sodium, but it does need sodium, and your body needs fat. So let's switch it a little bit real quick and talk about where some of the stuff can come from. So sodium you could get from spinach, carrots, beets, celery. There's tons more, but I mean just for an example, and these are not sexy foods. I get it. These are not, they're not sexy foods, but these are just examples of places where you can get the sodium that your body needs, in order to function properly. Avocados, you can get fat from avocado seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, legumes, walnuts, peanuts, almonds, cashews, cacao nips, coconut oil. You can get fats from other places as well. And if you're wanting to live a healthy lifestyle, you're gonna have to look at this. So because I think this is the most difficult step. This to me is the most difficult step because it is asking of you to break up with the food that you're accustomed to eating, and that's not difficult. I mean, that's going to be difficult, um, but it is something that you have to look at. So assess yourself. Ask yourself, do you really want to live a healthy lifestyle? Why? What's your why? These are the type of questions that are going to come into play when you're trying to eliminate fat, sugar, and salt, because your body is going to want these foods that you've been tied to for so long. Like your taste buds are accustomed to having these foods. Your taste buds want you to go and get these foods. Your taste buds are sending messages to your brain saying, listen, I need this. I gotta have this. Like, make them go get this food. And you're gonna be in a fight. You're gonna be in a fight, and it's something that you have to assess the situation. Evaluate what it is you're eating. What are you putting in your body? Is it serving you? Listen, if your food is not helping you, it's hurting you. If it's not serving you in a positive way, is hurting your body in a negative way. That's what happens with your food. It's doing one of two things: helping you or hurting you. So that's something else to look at. You can do things like meatless Mondays. You can have veggies a couple of days a week. You can try to implement things slowly, but at the end of the day, this is just a decision that you got to make. So it's step 2 in a 7-step process. Eliminating fat, sugar, and salt. Look at it. Do some research on it. Where can you get fat and sodium? Sugar is just pleasure. There's no. You don't have to have sugar. Your body don't need to have sugar to function, and that's a tough one. But you gotta. You don't need that one. So you could completely eliminate that one. You could eliminate that one and be fine. You just don't have to have sugar. So at the end of the day, this is one where you're gonna need to decide. You're gonna need to make a decision. Do I want to eat do I really want to have this healthy lifestyle? And if you do, assess yourself. Evaluate where you are. What are you eating? What are you putting in your body? And what can you do? What kind of small steps can you take to change that and to get going toward a healthy lifestyle? So this is step number 2 in a 7-step process: eliminating fat, sugar, and salt. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Perio333 at gmail.com. Email me. Let's have a conversation. Let's deal with it. I went through the process. I can help you. I could be there for you. Or maybe you already are healthy and you just want to connect. You just want to powwow. You just want to talk. If that's the case, hit me up. Put something in the comment section. My email again is perio333 at gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. But if you want to have a healthy lifestyle, if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, you're going to have to eliminate the excessive amounts of sodium, sugar, and fat. That's it. Make a decision. And I'll be there for you. Get in touch. Thank you for looking at this video. Thank you for stopping by. I got the third one coming out tomorrow. The third one is physical activity. That's a must. Peace.